Okay guys, so here we are starting with our Unit 5 exam review. The first question, it says use the image below to answer the following questions, and just looking at this here, it looks like we have a prism of some kind. And so it says for part A, what is the name of the three-dimensional figure? So they have triangular pyramid, triangular prism, and rectangular prism. Just looking here, I see that there's this triangle shape in the front and then another triangle shape in the back. So to me, I know, okay, the base I know is that it's at least a triangle. So I know it can't be letter B, it can't be letter D. So it's either a prism or a pyramid. And so in order to look for whether it's a prism or a pyramid, I see if it comes to the top to just 1 point. Over here it's coming to 2 points, and then on the bottom it's going to 4 points. So that means it can't be a pyramid, so it has to be letter C. Okay, so now that we have what type of three-dimensional figure it is, now we can try and figure out part B. So it asks, what is the volume of the figure? And when we're looking for volume, our volume will be the area of the base times the height of the prism. So just looking at this, I see the base is going to look kind of like this. So it's going to be a triangle. It'll have that right angle on the bottom, 6 as the height going up, and then 5 as the base going across. So if I want to find the area of that base, the area of a base of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So the 5 for the base, the 6 for the height, divided by 2, that would be 30 divided by 2, and 30 divided by 2 is equal to 15. So the area of the base is equal to 15. So I can just say, okay, that's 15 right there. Now I need to look for the height of the prism. And again, the height of the prism isn't the 6. It's not how tall this triangle is. The height of the prism is the connecting line. So again, we're connecting two triangles to each other. And so the connecting line, that's what I want is the height of the prism. It's like how wide or how far back the prism goes. So the height is 4. So I say, okay, 15 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. And I bring the 2 up here. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 more, 60. So my volume should be letter H, 60 cubic inches. And now I can go into part C and look at the surface area of the figure. Again, the surface area of the figure, it's going to involve us kind of breaking this down into different steps. So again, we want to keep that triangular prism in mind, but we want to see, okay, how many faces is it? So there's one triangle in the front, 2 triangles in the back, a third face, the rectangle on the bottom, a 4th rectangle over here on the left, and then a 5th rectangle here on the right. So all together it's 5 different shapes. So you have, again, you have a triangle, another triangle, and then 3 separate rectangles. And again, I'm not caring about how they look. I just want to kind of draw the faces out. So both of the triangles are going to be the same, just like we found earlier. It's 6 as the height, 5 as the base. Now the rectangles are going to be a little different. So let's start with the first one on the bottom. So we have 5 as the base of the rectangle, but we need to know, okay, what is this side right here? What is that height of that rectangle? So we see right here we have a 4, and that means that this matching opposite side would also be a 4. So we can say, okay, if it's a 4 up here on this side, it's a 4 down here on that side. So that's a 5 and a 4 for that rectangle. Then we go to the left one. The left one, we say, okay, the rectangle has a 6 as the base. And then what does it have on the side? Again, we have the sides already marked off right here, that it would be 4 also. And then we go to this last rectangle, the one that's on the upper right corner. So we have an 8 right here at the base, and then again a 4 right here on the side. So now we have all of our shapes set out. And so we're going to find the area for the triangle, multiply it times 2, and then we'll find the area for each of those rectangles, and we'll combine all the areas together. So the area of the triangle, I already figured it out right here. The area of the triangle is 15, so I can say, okay, I have 15 as the area right here, 15 as the area right here. Now I just need to figure out what the area is for each of these rectangles. So the area of the first rectangle, again, is just base times height. So the first one would be base of 5, height of 4. And that's equal to 20. So this one right here, this first rectangle is equal to 20. Then we move on to the next one. The next one, area, the same thing, base times height. We have a base of 6 and a height of 4 this time. So it's 24 as the area. And then as we move on to the last one, it's, again, area equals base times height. Stays the same for each of those rectangles. 8 as the base, 4 as the height. 8 times 4 is equal to 32. So this last rectangle area is 32. So now we can say, okay, what's 32 plus 20 plus 24 plus 15 plus 15? And again, you can add these like groups at a time. Like I could say, okay, 32 plus 20 is 52. Then 52 plus 24, and then 15 plus 15 is 30. So you can always try and make it, a little bit easier and simplify it going step by step. But when you add all those together, your final answer is going to be 106 square inches. So letter J. And so that's our problem number 1 as we finish.